Alright, let's talk about a few things in this program. One is how you select objects. The easiest thing to do is to take your cursor over a wall or something and just hit the tab key and it selects all the walls. Once I click it, then they're all selected. Once I select them, this menu up here changes. I get a modify wall and it knows the objects I'm selecting and it gives me some options for that family of objects. And I get a bunch of move tools and cut tools and things like that. So I can pick a tool like modify, I can rotate it, set on a beginning angle and an ending angle. I can move it by clicking the move tool, click the starting point, the ending point. At any time I can hit the undo key up here. You'll want to do that every once in a while to make sure if you run into trouble you can undo what you've already done and get back to where you were. So the other thing we need to do is be able to pan around in the job. In a 2D view, which is a floor plan or a elevation plan, you'll see these 2D navigation bars. The 2D navigation bar. So if I pick the floor plan, I can click on it once, bring the navigation bar out, or the wheel out, click on zoom and I can zoom in and out. I click the rewind button and I can show where I've been, or I can just click pan. So I kind of click through it. I hold the click down and then I slide the mouse back and forth while holding it down. And close this. I can use these tools, which is zoom to region, zoom in and out, zoom to fit. For the most part, people don't use these tools. They pretty much kind of use their wheel to roll back and forth. So that's how that works. If I've got a 3D view, which I have down here, pick the 3D view and I get the cube. I can grab this piece down here and rock it back and forth. I can pick any of these options. Look at the right view, the front view, top view, or an ISO view. So you can play around with that thing. In the 3D view, I still can do the wheel, rolling it back and forth, zooms in and out. I can hold it down and pan back and forth. The other thing I can do is hold the shift down and I get what's called an orbit. When I push down on the wheel and hold it down, I can orbit the objects and kind of look around. I can zoom into an area and orbit that object. We'll talk about these orbits when we get into 3D modes. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to go to the floor level, look at the top view. I typically don't use the navigations. I'll just zoom in and out. I'm going to look at this one. Let's look at an elevation, the south elevation. Now I've drawn a couple of section lines or work planes through this object. Basically all I did was I grabbed reference plane and I drew it from here to there. Some of these objects that you draw, they don't have any names. You can almost always hit escape, click on the object, and you get the option to name them. Sometimes it's easy to have a name for even references that you have in your project. If I click on this, it highlights it. See, this one I've named bottom angle. This one I've named top angle. You can see the name of the object, and it's a 3D reference plane. Now, if I hold the cursor over here, over my mouse, if I hold the mouse over the wall, hit tab, it selects all the walls. Then I have to click it to activate the mode. Now, they're all activated. I can attach. If I attach this thing, there's three areas to really look for. One is when I click something, I get this specific group of icons for editing that object. So I'm doing the attach top and base. Again, I get the modification. Here in this green bar, always look for this, some kind of options for what I'm doing. I can change from the attach wall top to attach wall base. And then down at the very bottom, I get this little help thing telling me where I'm at. Select the roof, floors, ceilings, or parallel walls to which the selected wall should attach to. So those are the three areas kind of keep your eye on every single time. Am I in a mode? And I get the green bar. Do I have options for my mode? And what is my help? If I click this bar or click the reference plane, now I've attached the base to that reference plane and cut the object off. So this is the description on how to do that particular assignment. Thank you.